Cut it. I ain't waiting. We ain't waiting today. We ain't waiting right now. We ain't ever waiting again. Mainly because we really don't have many times to wait. Mainly because it's literally like, 45 minutes away, and I'm kind of doing this late, and I'm kind of doing this now, and I'm really sorry, and I apologize. Go fuck yourself. What do you want me to do? I got a life. Even though I don't have a life. I want to do other things, okay? I don't want to come out here and just cry and scream and But I don't. Plus, the Levitard had like a after thing, and it was like a little bit kind of awkward to try and do it. He could do that at 10:30 when they were doing a thing at 10:30, and it was just like I can't compete with them, and I can't compete with 5 Sports, or 5 Reasons of Sports, or 5 Guys at Sports, or I don't remember what it was. Whatever, 5 Sports thing. Yeah, Ethan Skolnick. I can't compete with those guys. I will usually wait till 10:30 because they're usually right after the game and they have their after the post game commentary crap. And so not crap, great shit because I literally listen to it. You know what I mean? So I'm watching it. That's why I don't do the Cultura because I'm watching them. So I'm watching them, and then when Lebertard's gonna come out, I'm not. And then the next day shit happens and this and that. And I'm like, I just can't get to it. Blah, blah, blah. I got a lot going on right now. The hand is messing me up. If I take one pill and for the hand, forget it. I don't feel like doing anything. So that's why I'm doing this now. Cultura. 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 However you say it, that's how you say it now and forever. I don't make the rules, I just make the rules. I am studiomogura, studio MOGURA. Hit me up at the PayPal, hit me up at the Cash App. All donations go toward the making of my independent film and an animated pilot. Animated pilot? Did I say that? Am I animated pilot? And my animated pilot. Please donate. Put your name in the memo, and it will appear in the IMDb listing, and you will get producer credit. If you want something tangible, buy my book, Full Moon Nights, available on Amazon and Barnes & Noble for the hardcover. Chronicle of the Miami rave scene in the early 2000s and my misadventures growing up as a raver doing fucked up shit. Check that out, mature audiences only. Also check out my comic shop, octotaco.com. We're getting back on track at some point. It's also my blog. I have to write something. I haven't written anything. I'm trying to write the book right now. I'm trying to let me get back into the groove of writing the book, writing a chapter. It's just very difficult. So I'm trying to do that right now. Check out my TeePublic, where you can get the official Cultura t-shirt, and you can buy all my other great designs, including the very popular Levitard profile. Everybody loves that one. Also, check out my Spotify playlist with my entire discography dating back from 1999 up until last year, 2023, with my latest release, The Reflection Blinds You from Seeing the Truth. Check that out. Listen to my music. It's the best way to support me, the easiest way to support me. You just listen to the music, and that's it. And I get like a penny, If a lot of people listen to it a lot of times, I get a lot of pennies, and that's all that matters. That's it. I just need $200 worth of pennies. That's all I want. $200 so I can pay the rent. Please, hit it up. Because the rent's not $200, it's I'm $200 short. And with that would help a lot. So please, help a lot. And that's it, And then if you want to buy my music directly from Bandcamp at the El Topo Miami .bandcamp.com. We're here. Okay, we're here. We're doing it. I got a little bit of coffee left, from the morning because I was trying to do some shit. I've just been posting on Threads all day on my music all day because I'm just trying to get people to listen to that so I can get some more monthly listeners because it's the first of the month. I've got some weed here. I went back to the flower and I picked up. They had a good sale on the Platinum's cookies and then the fucking Deep Space and the fucking and the Sunset Sherbet, which is like those are 3 amazing fucking buds that these people have, and I'm just really happy about that. So we got a lot of that. I go to check out my allotment. I have like an ounce and a half, and I'm smoking every day. I'm telling you. That's why I don't like True Leaf weed anymore, man. Because True Leaf weed is there's something going on there. There's no way that you can give me something that's supposed to be 30%, and I run through it in a day. Because I'll sit here and I'll smoke all day. I can't smoke any of the stuff in the flower. The Sunset Sherbet, it's like 24%. And now I can run through it a little bit easier, just because I've been smoking more of it, and I have more time on my hands. But really, I can't because I fucking pass out and it puts me down. And it's just really good, but it's something that I could smoke and I still have a lot for a while. If I would buy that from True Leaf, no, I'd be done with it in a day. It would get me stoned for like a second, and then like I'm smoking more of it, dude. And then by the end of the day, it tastes like shit. The Sunset Stripper from the flowery doesn't taste like none of the weed from the flowery ever tastes bad. So whatever True Leaf is doing, like the growers that True Leaf have, they're just not up. They're okay, but they're not. They don't know as much shit as whatever the flowery's doing. So there you go. So yeah, I mean, what was there to say about last game? I think I was really more pissed off about last game was the fact that game was winnable. Last two games have been winnable. The last two games we've seen the Boston Celtics come out to Miami and play horribly. This is the worst that the Boston Celtics have played all season long. And they still beat our asses, but they beat our asses because we had like turnovers, we're lackadaisical, we're out there eating shit, like all this stuff. It's like I'm really shocked to see at how kind of like fumbling and how bumbling and how stumbling we are. We're like, it's like the first time we've ever been in the fucking playoffs. It's so weird. It's so weird. And to me, you know what that is? Look at the 76ers, and even though Kyle Lowry doesn't have a lot of points and he's still there, and they still have that, they've got this thing that they're never die moment kind of thing. And I know we still have that, and I know we're still very much capable of that, and we're like, the originators of that. But I just really feel that, Kyle Lowry would be playing for us right now, and he would be helping us out. But instead we went with Terry Rozier, who's on the bench, and every time we put in Terry Rozier, he puts up points for himself, but we still lose the game, and he makes everybody play worse. He doesn't contribute to this team at all or enough, and we need him to be contributing now. That's the whole purpose that we got him. So it's one of the biggest fumbles that I think we did this year was getting rid of Kyle Lowry. I don't care what you say about him and he doesn't put up 20 or that. Who the fuck else in this team puts up 20? He obviously adds something else to this team in the playoffs. He adds another dynamic in this team. He's literally in the game, and he's causing havoc. And we need a little bit of that right now. We need someone out there to cause havoc, and there's nobody on this team right now that seemingly has, like, that is a dog, really. You're going to tell me that Butler's the only one. And without him on there, that's it. We're just, Caleb Martin is probably the first guy that you would say, but who's afraid of Caleb Martin? He just got blasted by Tatum. And it wasn't even he got blasted. He was trying to take a charge, and, it wasn't just very good. And making it seem like he went up there to try and stop him or some shit like that. It's like, no, he stood in his way, and he tried to take a charge, and he's falling back, and Tatum dunked it on him. And everybody turned that into, oh, my God, he destroyed Caleb Martin. It's not Jason Terry, bro, okay? Jason Terry actually went up there and tried to stop LeBron James and got killed in front of everybody, okay? It wasn't the same. So, I mean, what are you going to do? Now it's much harder. Now you're back at Boston. Now you're going to be playing in front of them, and they're going to come out and they're going to try and snuff you the fuck out pretty much tonight. Like, I don't really have much confidence that the Heat are going to go out there and they're going to do anything much other than lose and just give it up for the season because they're just tired and they just want to go home. They played this whole season, like, to get here to this moment, no matter what fucking position they were in, simply to be put in the position that they've been in all season, which is back against the wall, on the verge of fucking collapsing, everything's falling apart, nobody can fucking make anything, nobody can defend anything, nobody can do anything. But yet somehow people fucking think Heat culture is Heat. People who think, oh, this is a good Heat team, all they need is Jimmy Butler, blah, 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 blah. No, let me tell you something, man. With Jimmy Butler playing right now, we'd be in the same position. If Jimmy Butler was playing and Terry Rozier was playing, we'd be in the same position. We'd still be down 3-1 to the fucking goddamn Celtics. We'd still be down. We'd still be down to the Celtics 3-1. Okay? And we'd still be complaining. We'd be worse because they'd be saying, look at how we have Jimmy, they have Hero, they have Bam, and they can't get it done. And they were in the finals last year. That's it. Miami's done. They'd be tossing us into the fire along with every other fucking team that's falling apart this season. That's like that their fucking time and their reign is over. They want to do that with us. And as much as I love Jimmy, Jimmy's got to learn when to shut the fuck up sometimes. Yeah, as much as I love that he doesn't shut the fuck up, he's got to learn. Sometimes wait till after the fucking game to talk shit. Because I don't know what's up with Bam. I don't know. I don't. Hero has kind of gone off the rails, and it's really disappointing because this is it for Hero. I feel like with this team, this is it. Even though I've been saying he's young. You don't get rid of him because he's literally in his fourth fucking year, and he's like still a baby. And I feel like there's just too much pressure amongst fans to win now and to just no one's patient anymore, bro. Like we're a society that we gotta half of us wants all the episodes right now, perfect, done, as great as they've ever seen. They want every show to be better than the last. They want every show to go actually out there and top the last show and just do it spectacularly and show them something they've never seen before. And it's just like, man, you got to be a little bit more realistic than that. And it's not about settling. It's just about realizing how the things work. And just you can't have that. And if you had that all the time, you're always going to get to a point where you think something amazing is just blasé because all you've got in your life is amazing stuff. And it's not like you don't get amazing stuff. Everything that we get as far as content is amazing because it's created. It's someone out there putting their fucking love out there and working for you so that you have something to watch. So that's amazing in itself. And you don't appreciate that because you're just so much used to just seeing shit on TV every day and thinking that, it's no big deal just to fucking do a sports game. Like doesn't require a lot of fucking work. It's just point a camera and shoot, But like, how many people are literally just in the producer control room? Like, how much money is put into just that? We're not talking about the sideline reporters. We're not talking about the people who talk to you in the halftime. We're not talking about the fucking concession stand people. We're not talking about the security guards. We're not talking about literally the parking attendants. We're just talking about the people in the producer control room. Not even the camera people. Just the producer. I mean, there's a lot that goes into this shit. There's a lot that goes into the fucking entertainment. So people just are so give me everything, give me everything, give me everything right now. Just simply because of the creation of streaming apps that allow you to just pick and choose what you want to watch. And it's crazy. You have to let shit grow. You have to let shit develop. You have to let a shitty show maybe go for a second season to see if something happens. See if the story develops and the second season makes the first season better. It just happens, man. But people don't want to give that chance. People don't want to do that anymore. They just want the sure bet, and it's unfortunate. But I feel that we still got a lot to get out of this team. We're surrounded by so much young talent. We're surrounded by so many young, great players that still have a lot to produce, still have a lot to learn. But I just fear that people don't want to wait for Hero anymore. They wanted Hero to come out and be basically Devin Booker, who is now out of the playoffs. So guess what, people? You're one game away from getting what you want. And I just think there's more to Hero. And this is his first playoffs on his own, that everything's on his fucking shoulders. And he still he's just in his fourth year. And I know there's other guys out there who are seizing the moment, like, SGA and other younger players who are coming out, and players even of his age. I think Anthony Edwards is his age. He's got to be. I think they came in the same year. So I don't want to even also say, no, Hero, like, you have more time. I want to look at those guys and be like, look, you should be fucking making just as much noise as them, making just as much noise as Tatum. Tatum came into the league just a little bit before you in the bubble, and the bubble was Hero's rookie season. And he's got to get back to that, man. And I know it's hard. And I want to say, look at other teams and how much time we've given other teams and stuff, but I just feel like, they're not gonna want to give him any more time, even though literally this is his first time. And he deserves more time. He deserves to go in there fully with everybody. But we got everybody in there. Butler is one guy, and again, Rozier came at the end of after All-Star break, so he's still being fit in. So I don't consider Rozier as part of the team. I consider Rozier same thing as like one of the bench guys, one of the guys coming off the bench. It's no different. not a starter in this team. The starting team is the people that you're seeing right now. That's the starting team because Jovic has been with us for a while. He's been a lot longer. He's been with us a lot longer than Terry Rozier. And he's putting up more better numbers. I think he's much more effective. This team has enough. You got enough. And what do you want? This team has enough. Boston went out there and put it out there for us right there. Here you go. I've never seen Jason Tatum play so bad before. That was probably his worst performances, and he still put up like 20 fucking points or some shit like that. He still put up enough that like in the fucking 1980s, you're saying, "Oh my god, this is like the greatest game anyone's ever fucking played." But for Jason Tatum, that was garbage. You know, you saw it. You saw how like he was just bad. But now, now you're gonna get him when he's good. I'm sure everybody who played bad in Miami is not gonna play good. I'm expecting to see the only person to put on the Celtics to play really bad this now is White. It's Derek White, because he just was lighting it up. As he lit it up those 2 games in Miami, I bet you he's going to play bad now. But everyone else is going to play fucking good. So what are you going to do? I mean, the only way Miami wins this game today is literally doing the same thing that they won the last game. It's just going out there and just shooting fucking threes. And they weren't fucking doing that the last game. I don't want to get into Duncan Robinson ya. Yo estoy cansado con Duncan Robinson. Duncan Robinson me tiene ya pingado de mierda, coño. I don't want to talk about him anymore. Why should we talk about Duncan Robinson? Because what he's going to play tonight? Motherfucker's going to get like 1 minute. Motherfucker's going to get a breath, and he's going to get fucking beat, and he's going to get the bench. And a goodbye. Okay? Because let me tell you something. If season's done tonight, I'm putting Duncan Robinson on a plane and sending him somewhere else, not to Miami. And I'm sending his shit like fucking FedEx, wherever the fuck it is. Alaska. I don't give a fuck. Okay? Put him in a box. Put some holes in it. Send his ass to the fucking Lake Erie. Floating out there. By himself forever. 1,000 years pass. You know? Curse him down to like, you know, the center of the earth. Surrounded by molten lava. Fuck him to hell. Because Jesus fucking Christ. You know what I almost said? That guy is the key to this everything right now. While Jimmy is out, it's Duncan Robinson, man. He's got to fucking go out there and put up some goddamn other fucking points, bro. Pero como que te tiene... Ahí está con miedo, the same fucking frightened fucking child bullshit that he was pulling fucking his first 2 years, dude. And he just keeps every year reverting to that stuff. To what it feels comfortable. And it feels comfortable for him to be scared. He loves that shit. What are you going to do? You got to like... accept the fact that this is who he is. So we're accepting the fact that Duncan Robinson is fucking scared. Ya, pa la pinga. Que te vaya pa'l carajo. Give me Swider. Give me Swider tonight, bro. You gotta go all the way down the fucking line. And you know Spo's not gonna do it. Spo's not gonna fucking try fucking Swider tonight. Why not? The fuck you got to lose, bro? You gotta find somebody that's gonna put up some fucking points, man. I'd put in fucking the goddamn fucking guy who gives the massages, bro, on the fucking plane. Put him in. I don't give a shit. Find somebody to make fucking points tonight. Duncan Robinson goes out there and he misses his first shot, bench him for the rest of the game. I don't want to fucking even deal with that shit. Put in Swider immediately. Call a timeout. Get him the fuck out there. Tell him to go to the fucking locker room and fucking get the fuck out of here. Get out of our lives. We don't want you here no more. Put in Swider. Put in, I don't know who else is fucking on the, I don't know. Put a fucking stick in there. Put a fucking stick. Cover it with like fucking oil and shit so someone slips on that shit and fucking, it breaks their fucking ass. There you go. That's how you got to do this shit tonight. Tonight's got to get rough. Tonight's got to get fucking nasty. Tonight's we got to get dirty. Go out there with a fucking brass knuckles and shit and just fucking right there in the Jason Tatum's like ribcage. Cariña, plata. Really side. Nobody sees it, you know? Just like, ahí mismo. Ay, coño. Gotta go out there and just, you know, with a needle, stab him like that, like right in the ass. Ay, you know, and just throw him off a little bit. Or not even with the needle. You just pinch his ass. You go out there and you make sure to grow your nails out really long, you know? And you go out there and and when Jason Tatum gets by, you just pinch his ass. And like, what the fuck, bro? What are you doing, man? And then the ball goes out and, oh my God, Jason Tatum, and everybody goes and they grab the ball. And then he's like, what the fuck? Did you see that? And, you know, of course, yes, they're going to go in the replay and they're going to see that, yes, you did pinch Jason Tatum's ass. But who's going to fucking go and review that? You know, they're going to call fucking flagrant on you on that? No, they're not. They ain't gonna call it. I mean, if you get a chunk of his ass, of course they're gonna call it, bro, because you can't grab the guy. But if you get un piquito así, right, right, no one's gonna call it, but it's gonna throw him off. And he's just gonna look at you weird for the rest of the game. It's a big deal. Looks at you weird anyways. I'm just gonna keep going till the 7. You know, to make up for the lost time, make up for the previous Culturas that I haven't done. You know, it's my punishment. This is what I get for being a Heat fan at this point. I don't know. I'm still here. I still believe in a weird kind of way. I believe in the way that, like, I know they're gonna go out there and they're gonna suit up and play a game called basketball. I don't know how long they're going to play the game for, but I know they're going to play this game. I know the game is scheduled for, like, 2 hours or some shit like that to have a halftime, 4 quarters. But I just don't know how long they're going to go and actually do the whole thing. I just know they're going to show up. I saw them get on the plane. Although it could be AI. Those pictures of the Heat getting on the plane, that could be AI. You never know. What do you want? You want some tactics? You want some plays? You want to know what we're supposed to do? Oh, hay que hacer esto. We've been watching these guys for 80 plus games. If you have been watching this team since All-Star break, for the love of God, you know what the fuck is coming tonight. And you know what's coming tonight? You have no fucking idea what's coming tonight. That's what you know. You know in your heart that you have no idea what the fuck is going to happen tonight. That's why you have to show up. I mean, like, normally you could go do something else. We could go to the beach. It's Wednesday, man. There's probably some show going on. We can go fucking hang out, go to a happy hour, a bar, whatever. I don't know. We can do something else. But you can't. You have to watch the Heat. You have to watch the Heat because you don't know. You don't know. You could watch. It could be the greatest game ever in Heat history. And it could also be the worst game ever in Heat history. And it's probably going to be the worst game in Heat history because we're going to get our asses beat. But you don't know. You really don't know. And it's so frustrating, man, because this is the moment. This is where this team loves to be. They love to be with their backs against the wall, about to lose, the fucking knife at their throat with the blood coming out, and oh my God, about to get their shit cut and, trachea all over the place. They love it. They love to be, like, I don't know, in a hostage situation. I'm sorry, that's a bad joke. I guess I forgot of the thing that's going on. They love to be, well, it's not really that, I don't know what to tell you. I don't know what to tell you about that. But they love to be, like, in the shit. They love to be in the worst possible scenario. They are literally, Lethal Weapon, when Mel Gibson is like, being electroshocked by the fucking guy. Like, they love that shit. Before, like, putting his legs up around the guy's neck and snapping it and shit, they would hang with that guy for a little while and have a conversation. That's the Miami Heat. They love that shit. Give him a little fucking shock therapy. The Miami Heat love to go to a dentist and be like, let's do everything today. Filling, let me get a fucking deep cleaning, let me get a fucking root canal, let me get a fucking crown, let me get put on these fucking platinum fucking teeth, let me get, take out every single one of my teeth and replace it, like, and you know what, no fucking Novocaine at the same time. Don't even fucking put any painkillers, and keep me awake throughout the whole fucking thing. That's the Miami Heat. The Miami Heat like to have fucking open heart surgery and just, be awake for it. Show me what you're doing. What's going on in there? The Miami Heat like for you to rip out their heart and show it to them as it's still beating. Just before you try to replace it black. And let's emphasize on the word try to replace it. They love that shit. The Miami Heat love a fucking goddamn zombie apocalypse. They're like, cool. Let's go out and check it out. The Miami Heat are your fucking parents during Hurricane Andrew, in the middle of a Category fucking 5 hurricane, like smashing into your fucking house, bro, they are the motherfuckers who open the door to have a fucking cigarette and drink un cafecito afuera. A ver lo que está pasando. That's the Miami Heat. I mean, is the game at 7 or is it at 6:30? You know what? I just remember that right now. Let me check real quick before I say anything else. Because the game could be at 6:30, dude. And I come here fucking eating shit. And I'm pretty sure it's at 7. Because why are you going to have this game at, yeah, the pregame is at 7:30. So we're good. Okay, so we'll go to the pregame at 7. It's, I don't know. What do you want? Yeah, these people are 18. I don't know what to say. It's just, I'm just trying to think of things to say and other things to gripe about and shit. But all it's gonna do is just sour the moment. But really, what we're doing and what we all know is the voodoo trick of like we're gonna just put so much blah out there that the Heat are gonna feel that shit and they're gonna be like, "Oh right, really? You're gonna count me out? Okay, now we're gonna fucking work." Because that's what they love. I'm telling you, they love that shit. Count them out, count them down, curse them out. Say Duncan Robinson, you fucking suck, and then boom, he's gonna hit you. He's gonna hit a 3 in your face. Well, that's not gonna happen tonight. I'm sorry. Duncan Robinson's gonna go out there and fucking get broken into like a fucking pizza or some shit like that. Like broken down into like a casserole, but not even a good casserole. Like a casserole doesn't have a lot of cheese in it. And it's like, you know, thank you for making it, but we'll have it tomorrow, and nobody ever has it, and then you forget about it because it's been in the back of your fridge for like 2 months, and then you get it and it's like fucking green and shit. It's like, oh fuck. So it's so. Duncan Robinson is so bad that like you pull him out of the fucking fridge and he's in a Tupperware shit, and you know if you open that shit, it's gonna stink like all fucking hell. So you don't open that shit. You just throw out the Tupperware, and it's like a nice Tupperware, bro. It's like some shit that actually costs you like $4 or $5, bro, for one fucking little Tupperware, and you're like, I can't throw this fucking away, bro, because this is a nice fucking Tupperware, but ya ta verde, it's fucking orange and shit, and you know if you open that shit, it's death. It's gonna leave a stench so bad that like after you throw out you have to immediately throw out the garbage, even though the fucking garbage is like halfway full. You're gonna have to throw that shit out, which is it means you have to go outside, you have to put on pants, you have to put on shoes, walk all the way fucking like half a mile of the fucking garbage dump because that's where they put that shit, and because they moved it, and throw it out. You know, and then when you come back, you're still gonna smell Duncan Robinson in your fucking kitchen. That's how bad he is right now. What are we gonna do? Give me a solution. I don't got nothing. What do you think? Someone's gonna go out there and play? Someone's gonna out there and actually fucking defend? This guy's gonna wake up? Nah, fuck that, bro. You're better off going out there with a crowbar and fucking, like that girl, Nancy Kerrigan. Go out there and fucking Nancy Kerrigan, fucking Jason Tatum. You're better off. Everyone's gonna understand. We're Miami. We're horrible people, apparently. We do this kind of shit. No one's gonna fucking notice. It's gonna be no big deal. I mean, Jason Tatum will notice. But whatever, Eso pasa. That shit happens. I don't know what else about it. I mean, I'm delusional right now. I'm just fucking going crazy. That's probably what it is. I can't handle it anymore. The Heat have driven me off the fucking rails. They've driven me off the fucking... And I said they wouldn't. But they do. What am I going to say? They're a 3-time champion. I expect more. Don't you expect more from this team? Don't you expect more from this team than the goddamn fucking... any other team that you watch? I know if you're a Dolphin fan, you expect more from the Heat than the fucking Dolphins. I know you as a Jet fan, I can tell you I fucking, that's a reason why I'm crazy about the fucking Heat, because in my real life, I'm a fucking Jet fan. Jesus Christ. Do you think I'm looking forward to next year with the Jets? Freshly healthy Aaron Rodgers and all the weapons that we have and all that kind of shit and the defense that we had, I should be like ecstatic, right? I should be jumping for joy. Let me tell you something. I know what's coming. And I'm a Jet fan. We all know what's coming. And you know what's coming for the Jets too, because you're rooting for it. You're like, fuck the Jets. You know they're gonna come in, they're gonna fuck it up. And you know what? As a Jet fan, you're right. They're gonna fuck it up. That's what we're waiting for. Here, take a seat. First time, huh? That's why I'd like this to go just a little bit longer. Just give me one more game. Just give me one more game. What's the big deal? Give me one more game. I think a better thing to analyze and something to talk about is the fact that the Heat are so bad at home. We had a bad home record. Ended up losing both games here. Don't tell me we're going to go on the road and we're going to win on the road at fucking Boston. What the fuck is going on at home? Why can't we win at home? What is happening at halftime in the homes in Miami Arena, in the Miami home arena, and whatever that place is called now, Casella Center que de Vinga, I don't know what the fuck it's called. Should have been called fucking Bang Bros Arena. I don't know what's happening there at halftime. Makes no sense. It makes no sense. Now we are so bad at home. That place gets loud. That place gets loud. Let me tell you, someone comes up in their fucking in the arena and they start chanting like, you know, let's go Boston or let's go New York and shit. Like we drown them out. We don't let that shit slide. Because they know when we go into other people's arenas and we chant let's go Heat. And it's always loud as shit because there's always Heat fans. There's Heat fans everywhere. Like, we get it and we understand. And we're sorry. You know, my bad. Not really. I'm going to tell you. We're everywhere. We're fucking like the Borg and shit. Waiting to be activated. Which, you know, it reminds me of like last year. How last year that was the slogan last year. Last year it was like, you know, you will be assimilated by Heat culture. And then this year's slogan has been, you know, drink to use. And it's just been funny how we started out that first game. And I had just seen Quantum Mania. And literally that shot of one of the first shots of this season was Bam drinking some fucking energy shit. Y eso fue like this glob, this thing that he drank and he took a shot of. And that's the shot. That's the gift. That's like the shot that I put on the threads. And it's just funny how that kind of like it just fit perfectly with the whole drink the ooze thing of like, you know, drink the Heat culture and just believe, you know. Don't worry about what you see. Don't worry about what's going on. Just keep drinking the ooze and you'll believe. For a while, that kind of got me, you know, that kind of took us. But then, you know, after that stretch of fucking horror that happened, you know, after the All-Star break, I mean, what the fuck am I going to do? You can't keep drinking the fucking ooze then. But then I kind of shifted after watching Dune 2. And then that's why I share those other parts, those clips from Dune 2 now on threads. That is like, you know, if you drink the water of life, you know, the worm piss, so to speak, you will see the beauty in the horror. And that made so much sense to me being a fucking Heat fan. It made so much sense to me how when you drink Heat culture, you literally experience both beauty and horror. It fits so well. More so than I think any other team, because you can't really apply that to the Knicks because the Knicks, you only see horror with the Knicks, as you saw last night. With the Heat, there have been moments where you have seen just the purest, most beautifulest form of basketball you've ever seen in your life. Yeah, it was a long time ago. It was over 12 years. Yes, it was a long time ago. But at that is a moment in history you won't take away, and it still affects today. Still affects today. Still has a meaning today. It's relevant. And what we've been trying to do is just get back to that, obviously. And other teams have been trying to create that on their own. But for us to try and get back to that, it's just been a lot of horror. And then we've had the moments in between that horror that you've seen something like just so unbelievably crazy that it's, of course, it eclipses all the horror with its beauty. And so that's why to me that speaks to me so much, and that's where we're running with that now. But there's no doubt that this prophecy doesn't work if there is no Lisan Al Gaib. And for a long time during the regular season, we had thought it was Butler. And it's just kind of funny because it's really Hero, and we should have seen that in the beginning because Hero's literally the white fucking guy from, he's a voice from the outer world, from Milwaukee. Which is like, have been our rival. Not as much as Boston, obviously, in these moments, but they've been, for a while, they were just as bad as Boston. I mean, when they won their title. I don't know if we will do anything tonight. I don't know if we will fucking be down. I don't know if we even will fucking lead at some point in the fucking goddamn game. I'm pretty sure we're going to be down the whole game. I do know that if we go down double digits, we're fucked. We're fucked. That is something that cannot happen. If we have any kind of shot today, there's no way that we can go down double digits. I imagine the way that the game is going to fucking play out is that we're going to come out there and we're going to like be very, very good. And then at some point the wheels are going to go off like they usually do. And that's going to be the moment where either we hope we somehow get the wheels back on track and we're able to respond or not. And then the Celtics are going to finally take over the game and they're going to control it. And that's it. They're going to wipe the floor with us. And, we got to hope that if that happens, let it happen in the fourth quarter, please. Don't let that happen in the first quarter with 5 minutes in. Because that's probably going to be the more likely scenario. That this game's going to be over 5 minutes in. That seems to happen so much with the Heat. Where if you go back in retrospect and you go back to see how the game, you realize, oh wow, this game was over 5 minutes in. And I just don't want that. I just don't want that. And I think that's what kind of turned me off about the last game and having to do Cultura. On top of the fact that other people were fucking streaming at the same time and I was just waiting for that to end and I totally forgot. But I really don't want that. Lose the game at the fucking end, please. Or at least fight back. But I don't think this team doesn't have enough firepower to fight back. Because it all hinges on whether or not we're gonna give Duncan Robinson enough minutes to make his shit. Apparently Duncan Robinson needs 2 quarters to himself alone on the court. Missing fucking shots until he makes 2. And we fucking applaud him for his 6 to fucking 9 points. This $80 million fucking asshole. I'm sorry, bro. I keep ragging him, but it's fuck, man. Who else are we gonna talk shit about? I don't want to talk shit about Hero before I talk shit about Duncan Robinson. I'll tell you that fucking much. No way, man. I don't care if Duncan Robinson's hurt. He got a bad pack. Don't give me that shit. No. This isn't something new. This is something that has this is this guy. This is who he is. At least I know I can see Hero out there trying, and Hero's fucking out there, con la bola, trying to get shots, trying to get things. Okay, he's getting manhandled, bro. He's getting fucking double teams, getting triple teams, he's getting fucking killed. And then one thing that I noticed that this team continues to do that's really fucking annoying, bro, is just there's no help. When they do help, everything goes great. When good things happen, when this team helps each other. But usually when this team falls apart, it's because they're not helping. And let me tell you, there was no clearer moment of seeing someone on this team basically just give up on everyone else was last game. And this is why I have a fear of Hero now. I have fear for Hero now. Because there was a moment where Hero just missed a fucking shot, he missed a shit, and then everybody, the next time they got the ball, they completely went away from Hero. And it was Bam, and it was everybody else. And they basically ignored Hero, and Hero was beyond the 3-point line, waiting for someone to throw him the ball, and they were just ignoring him. And Bam tried to take a shot ultimately and missed it. And because Hero was the only one back there, the ball got kicked out. Jaylen Brown got it and fucking dunked the shit out of it. And that's it. And then at that point when he dunked it, you saw Bam like basically just say, fuck this shit. And that I have never seen before. I mean, I know, I guess we've seen it with this team, but like not like that. Not like that. That was really bad. That was really bad, as if like everybody, it felt really much like everybody was fucking pissed at Hero because Hero wasn't knocking down shots. And I'm not gonna blame them because Hero's got to be the guy to knock down shots. He's our guy. He's our guy to knock down shots. But so is Bam. So is fucking Martin. Caleb Martin no puede tirar nada por pinga. Caleb Martin, before he used to be the guy that you could rely on him and you knew he was going to make the shot. He was a guy that always say that we're going to send him to fucking take the shot against the aliens. Is Caleb Martin. Because Caleb Martin will always, a wide open shot with nobody in front of it, he still makes it. He makes it. But he's not getting any kind of fucking lift to get that shot. At all. Caleb Martin is hurt. He's hurt, or he's got to be hurt because he's just not getting any lift. Or because if he's not hurt, he's old. That's it. Because I want to think Caleb Martin still has defensive fucking shit, but he's getting killed, and he doesn't look the same. He's not the same defensive threat as what he used to be. So is he hurt? Or is he done? I don't want to say he's done, man. I love Caleb Martin. Caleb Martin's been really great for us, but it's been pretty obvious that ever since after the All-Star break, he's been getting killed. There's so many videos that I keep putting up of him getting no calls. That's another thing. He goes out there and he puts his body on the line and he gets no calls from the refs. The refs do not like Caleb Martin at all. And they don't call any kind of fouls for him. They don't call any kind of anything for him. Nothing. And I think halfway through the fucking season after that happened, he just kind of like stopped caring. He stopped trying to fucking score and stopped trying to win because he was getting killed. And then that hurts. That just trickles down and hurts everybody. So I don't know what to tell you about Caleb Martin. You got to see him come out there and show us that he's not hurt. Show us that he's got some kind of lift left. And guys got to finish at the basket. That's another thing that's just been killing us so much. Is guys go out there and they're not finishing at the basket. They get to the basket, they don't finish. They get wide open shots, they don't hit them. We're going to know very early on what the outcome of this game is. This is not going to be a game where you're going to have to come back and wait and see. I don't think so. I think we'll know in the very beginning who's going to fucking win this shit and who's not. You'll know if the Heat fucking showed up. You'll know if Boston showed up very early. This is not like a feel them out. This is not like two guys kind of for the first time. No. We're in the middle of the thick of this shit, bro. This is game fucking 5, bro. In Boston, they're gonna come out here ready to fucking pound their asses, dude. They're probably gonna fucking put up 40 fucking points in the first quarter. 40 points in the first quarter. Look for that. If Boston comes out, puts up 40 fucking points in the first quarter, we're fucked, okay? And especially if we have like fucking 12 or 19 or some shit like that. If it's like 40 to 19 at the end of the first, fuck out of here. I'm turning that off. I'm turning it off, man, and then I'm just gonna I'll come back on and I'll put on Cultura. We'll do the last Cultura, watching the rest of the game, watching them get slaughtered. I'll do that, okay? I'll make that deal. If they're down big in the first quarter, I was gonna come back on and we're gonna just do the rest of the last Cultura and we'll just we'll watch the end of the season together, and then we'll go on from there, okay? But this is it, man. I mean, at this point, I just don't want them. I want them to show some kind of life. I want to just put up a performance. I want to just, don't get completely blown the fuck out in the first quarter. Like put up a game. Let's see a good game. Try and take it to the end. Again, more than likely, that's why we'll know early. Because if we don't fucking blow these guys out and make it like we're up by 10 with like literally 30 seconds left, we're not going to win this game. This cannot be a close game. Like, this cannot be a close game. Understand that. This can't be a game that we can't be down by 10 going into the fourth, and we cannot be basically tied going into the fourth. If we're tied going into the fourth, there's a good chance we're fucking going to lose this. And Boston's going to just turn it on at the end, and that's it. Take it over. And we're just going to fade. Because that's what happens on closeout games. And closeout games in the fourth quarter, if you guys are tied, at some point is going to be the moment. Whether you're going to fade or you're not going to fade. So that's why, again, I know I sound like a broken fucking record here, but that's why we're going to know in the first quarter. If the Heat go down big in the first quarter, that's it. If the Heat are tied throughout the first quarter, I don't know how I'm going to feel about that. It's going to be normal, whatever. But they're going to have to really just wait and see what happens at the end of the second half to determine. And if the Boston's leading at the second half, I would rather Boston be leading at the second half by 2 or 3 points, under single digits or something like that. Under 5 points is what you want. If it's more than 5 points, get the fuck out of here, dude. You got to keep this game close. And you got to keep it close within 1 or 2 possessions. You can't let it go more than 2 possessions. If you go more than 2 possessions, we're fucked. We're fucked. It's going to give these people so much momentum. It's not much to say. We just got to go out there, got to keep it close, and fucking steal the game at the end. And if not, which is like that, I don't want that. I don't want to have to steal the game at the end because we won't steal the game at the end. This team is incapable of stealing games at the end. We don't have somebody like that. I mean, Hero is supposed to be that guy, but he's not trying to be that guy. So at that point, it gets down to blowing these motherfuckers out. Do the same shit that we did to them in game 2. Just going out there and fucking hitting every goddamn fucking 3 we take. Turn this shit into a 3-point shooting contest. That's what we got to do. That's the only way. It's the only way. That's the only that worked for us last time so well, man. We got to get back to that. We got to get back to being able to go out there and knock down fucking threes, dude, and hit every fucking 3 that we take, and just blow these motherfuckers out of the water. If this game is close, we're done. If we're under, we're done. That's it. Okay? All right, so leaving you with that. Again, if we are fucking getting destroyed in the first fucking quarter, I'll be back on. If we are not, then I will fucking we'll be back after the game for sure. Guaranteed, because win or lose. I mean, if we win, of course, because the fuck. If we lose, of course, because it's gonna be the last fucking Heat Cultura, and that's how we do that shit. But if we're getting blown out in the first quarter, I'll come back. I'll just come back, whatever. And I don't want to say I fully kind of expect that, man, but. If you are a basketball pundit, everybody else who's not a crazy fucking, drink the ooze Miami Heat fan expects us to be blown out by the first quarter. Correct? Like, if you are a sensible basketball person and you don't even have, you don't like the Heat, you don't like the Celtics, and they give you this game in front of you, Heat versus Celtics, 8-1, Heat down 3-1 at Boston. What the fuck are you going to say is going to happen in the first quarter? You're going to fucking say that the fucking Celtics are going to be up like 30 in the first quarter, right? Because they're that kind of team. And look how they had 2 bad games in Miami, and now they're back in Boston. They're going to have a good game. That's what you expect, right? Okay, so since we expect that, you know what? Fuck it. If that's what we expect, then you know what? I'll be back here first quarter. And we'll watch the whole game together. We'll watch it. We'll fucking talk about Duncan Robinson and his fucking stinky ass the whole game. There we go. We'll just hold each other's hands together, and we'll ride into the fucking sunset of the end of this season, in blaze of glory. That's how we're gonna do it. Okay. So I don't know what else to tell you, man. I mean, I want it to be a good game, and that's all I want. You just want to see a good game. You just want to see one last good game. Because you like watching basketball. Basketball is fun. I love football, and football is life. There are 2 things my father told me. There's one thing, which is made up of 2 things, and that there's football, and then there's life. And that I still believe to this day. Right? But now that I have discovered what championship basketball is, I also got to say that, you know what? I'll make some time for basketball too. There's football, and there's some time for basketball. especially championship Heat basketball. And then there's life. All right, so let's do this. He cultura, 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 he cultura. He cultura. However you say it, that's how you say it now and forever. I don't make the rules, I just make the rules. I am Studio Mogura, studiomogura. Hit me up at the PayPal, hit me up at the Cash App. All donations go toward the making of my independent film and my independent animated pilot. Include your name in the memo and you will be included in the IMDb listing and you will get producer credit in the film or the animated pilot. Buy my book, Full Moon Nights, available on Amazon and Barnes & Noble. A chronicle of the Miami rave scene in the early 2000s, my misadventures as a raver, growing up, doing crazy fucking shit, going to this party, doing fucking awesome shit, whatever. Mature audiences only. Don't forget. Check out my comic shop, octotaco.com, with my comics from my personal collection and my blogs, and my writings and all that kind of stuff. Also check out my TeePublic with the official He Cultura t-shirt and my other designs. And also check out my Spotify playlist with my entire discography dating back from 1999 up until last year, 2023, with my latest release, The Reflection Binds You from Seeing the Truth. We will be back here if they're getting their asses kicked in the first fucking quarter. Fuck it. I'm just going to fucking come back and be like, you know what? These fucking assholes, right? And we will be back here at the end of the game if it's a good loss or if it's a good win. We'll be back here at some point, okay? But I will be back here for one more He Cultura if that's what we get. If we win, we have another He Cultura up until we win. That's just going to be. It's got to be. And that's probably kind of why I was like, I didn't mind skipping the other one because I knew we were going to have this one. But we're here, okay? Let's do this. Don't freak out. Just freak out.